I think it will start right now.
Okay, yes, I can see because my ad just came up.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello there.
Okay, so Camden, you'll have to reply me once you heard me, okay? You cannot wait for what you hear on YouTube because YouTube will be lagging.
Okay, so just focus right here with you the whole time.
Yes.
Okay, 100%. Gotcha.
Okay, but you can respond to the comments if you see any comment in English.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome everyone. Hello everyone. I'm Cindy and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be speaking English. The video will be conducted in English because we have an English speaker, a native English teacher, a native English speaker with us. And his name is Camden Long. Okay, Camden Long.
Hello, everybody, and good evening to you in Taiwan.
Okay, so you probably heard my daughter's voice. She's crying in another room.
No, I cannot hear that. So you're good to go.
Okay. So, in today's live stream, I've invited Camden Long, who's also an English teacher, to join me to talk about how adult English learners can improve their English pronunciation. Okay, so Camden, in one of the comments, I see a student asking you to speak up, to speak a little bit louder. Okay, so probably you will have to be closer to your microphone.
Okay, is this a bit better? Can you hear me now? If this is not, then I can put my headset on. Just let me know. Is this okay? Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yeah, it's actually quite clear for me. Okay, so if you cannot hear Camden clearly, you can tell me in the comments and maybe Camden can put on his headphone. Okay, so before we talk about pronunciation, Camden, would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
Of course. Thank you, Cindy. First of all, thank you all for coming tonight. My name is Camden Long, and I originally come from a small town called Hampton in the state of Virginia, and that is located in the United States of America. So I'm originally from the USA and currently in Thailand, which is just 1 hour behind the Taiwanese time zone. So it's very convenient to be here with you guys.
Okay, so how long have you been teaching English, and what made you want to be an English teacher?
So back in 2009, wow, 14 years ago, I got my first English teaching certification, which was called TEFL, in a place called Costa Rica, which is a very beautiful country located in Latin America, and their native language is Spanish. So I know what it feels like to learn a second language and have to master the sounds of speaking English properly.
Okay, so that's how many years ago?
Oh, so a total of 14 years ago, I've been teaching English.
And why are you in Thailand right now?
So originally I was in Hong Kong, and at the time in 2016, I was deciding if I was going to teach swimming lessons and start a business in Hong Kong. However, I decided to continue teaching English and move to Thailand for a school. And after teaching at the school for just 2 months, I had a life-changing experience. And that life-changing experience led me to teaching online 100% because I love the convenience and also the privacy that online teaching offers.
Okay, so how many years have you been teaching online?
So that is 13 years now. Yes, I had my first client in 2010.
Wow. Okay, so you've got a lot of experience in teaching English online.
Lots of experience, yes.
Mm-hmm. So, I'd also like to talk about how I met Camden. So I met Camden a few weeks ago. He told me that he teaches English speaking and asked if I could introduce my students and followers to him. And actually, I think learning English speaking from a native speaker is one of the best ways to improve your spoken English. So yeah, I'd love to do that. But the problem is I have to make sure that Camden is a good teacher. So in order to know that, I asked him if I could audit in one of his lessons. And he agreed. So after watching him teach, I've decided to introduce him to you. I think he is a patient and friendly teacher. So, Camden, how did you know about me?
So, as I have been teaching Taiwanese students for 1 year now, I met a student in 2022, and I was introduced by that student to Cindy. And I wanted to help more Taiwanese students improve their fluency and their English pronunciation. And I decided to team up with Cindy here, and that's why I'm here. So it's a pleasure.
Okay, great. So now let's move on to our topic today, which is pronunciation. So as a native speaker, do you think pronunciation is important? And what do you think the differences are between pronunciation and accent?
So first, pronunciation is essential. For example, a native English speaker says native, not native. Also, for example, a word like artificial, it's not artificial, which is commonly spoken by a lot of non-native English speakers. Secondly, when it comes to accent, you can choose any type of accent that you want. That's why English is really cool, because there's so many different types of flavors that you can choose from. For me, I focus on the American English accent. So, Cindy, does that answer your question?
Yeah, but what if a student wants to learn British accent? Is there a difference? If, for example, if I want to learn British accent, is the pronunciation from American English different from British English?
Yeah, so this is probably, I hope everyone, please listen to this and pay attention, please. This is the number one mistake that I hear from a lot of native Mandarin Chinese speakers, specifically from Taiwan. So if you're trying to learn the American English accent, most likely your school has teachers or you were raised to blend the British and American English accent. And that's what's causing a lot of miscommunication. So that's why I'm here to kind of clean up the accent issues, because you do not want to mix. For example, if I said, I'm going to the beach on Saturday, I'm going to the beach on Saturday, that's British English. So the more you're using the T sound, that's going to cause problems when it comes to developing your fluency. So this is what I specialize in, and I want you to understand you have to focus on the American English accent to get the fluency and pronunciation that you want.
Okay. I'd also like to recommend students to learn pronunciation from a native speaker because, for example, I'm an English teacher too, but I'm not a native speaker, and sometimes I find it very hard to tell the difference between some very similar words. I just cannot tell the difference between some vowels, and I think that will be a specialty of a native speaker teacher. So this is why I would recommend you to learn English from a person who has grown up in an English-speaking environment. Okay, so yeah, I want to ask Camden if you agree with this. Do you think it's best to learn pronunciation from a native speaker?
Yes, I have to say that I am biased when it comes to this. For example, if I'm going to learn how to become a fluent native Mandarin Chinese speaker, then I need to find a native Mandarin Chinese speaker. So by having a native English speaker as your teacher, you're not going to make those same mistakes that are holding back literally millions of students all across the world. I've seen it. I see it every day, and I have seen it for over 13 years, and it's just something called a pet peeve. I don't know if your audience knows, but there's a phrase called pet peeve, and that just means it's something that frustrates me, and it's also motivating for me to be a teacher and to help more students understand how important it is to develop speaking English like a native speaker.
Okay, now I see some students asking where they can buy the course. Actually, I have provided the link in the description box. You can find it. But the problem is, the student says that he cannot buy the lesson. So I will go to the website and see if I need to change anything. Okay, so before I do that, I'd also like to tell you if you want to have one-on-one lessons with teacher Camden, you can also do that because this is a pronunciation class and it's a group class. But if you want to have a one-on-one class with him, then Camden, you can share your link, and students can. Yeah.
What I'll do is after this live stream has posted on YouTube officially, I can go into the comment section and I will leave my number. And that is for my Telegram, for WhatsApp, also Line ID. And you can add me there and that will give you access to me and we can discuss further details.
Okay. Okay, now I will.
And this is also for mainland. I just wanted to say somebody, Eric Chi. This is not just for Taiwan, it's also for mainland. So you're welcome. Welcome to join.
Okay, I will check the link later. Okay, now I'll speak in Mandarin. 就是我看到有同学说点开，然后发现未上架。好，那个我现在赶快去看一下，我赶快去看是怎么一回事，然后把它弄好。OK， 好，那我们就 继续跟 Camden 老师来聊天。那大家如果有什么问题的话呢，就是想要问 Camden 老师，或是知道说这个课程它的详细内容，这个我们等一下都会讲。Okay, so now I've just told them that I will go to the website to check if everything's alright, and if they are interested in this course, we will talk about what will be included in the course later.
Okay.
Okay, so next question is, what will you be teaching in this pronunciation course, and who do you think should take the course?
So, in this pronunciation course, anyone who is looking to improve the way that they speak, that includes pronunciation, intonation, and also fluency. And what's really important is you're not just going to be able to speak and practice, but you're going to get the complete sentences, how to use those tough vocabulary words in complete sentences. And most importantly, it's going to be relevant to your lifestyle. And I'm very skilled when it comes to multitasking and these types of courses. So I can take on and go step by step as I'm speaking. For example, the TH sound. A lot of students have trouble with the TH. So in the course, you're going to get step-by-step instruction. For example, when you're saying the, if you have trouble with the TH, you're going to have trouble becoming a fluent speaker. To be a C1 or to have a C2, level, your English level, or to have a 7.0 on your IELTS, or to get a high score on your TOEIC, you're going to have to master the TH sound, and I love it. So, for example, you want to do something like this. Watch. Number one, don't put the tongue out too far, like the. That's a no-no. Also, don't keep it inside, like the. Also, you want to have it right here. The. That's perfect spot right there. The. So, for example, the software engineer was tired after a long day at the office. Also, the soft TH is often mispronounced with think. Okay, so for example, I think. It's right here, not think. Think is inside, but think. Okay, I hope you can see my mouth. The tongue, think. You're in the classes with me. You're going to train your vocal cords. You're going to train your motor skills and strengthen your mouth muscles so you can place your tongue in the right place. And it's going to be really fun. And I'm excited for all of you to succeed finally when it comes to speaking English like a native English speaker.
Okay, so just now I see a comment saying that your voice is not very clear. So can you try using your headphone? For me, it's quite clear.
Okay, one moment, please. One moment, please.
Okay, so while we wait for him, I'd also like to share why I think you can learn English speaking from a native speaker. Because actually I don't teach spoken English. Probably you've already realized that since I don't provide English speaking courses online. We are thinking. Oh no. We are thinking. We are thinking. Yeah, not thinking, but thinking. Okay. I don't teach English pronunciation or spoken English because I've always thought that it's better for English learners to learn spoken English from a native speaker. Because in my own opinion, or in my own experience, I just feel that you will learn more when you are speaking with a native speaker. So that's why I don't teach spoken English myself. Instead, I recommend when students ask me to teach them spoken English, I always just recommend them to learn from a native speaker. Okay, so now Camden is back. Let's see if you can hear him more clearly now.
Yes, I think, when speaking phrases, learning idiomatic expressions, having someone speak your native language is very helpful, but pronunciation and the articulation of the syllables, the vowel sounds, and the consonants are really essential to be guided by a native speaker.
Okay, so if you have any more questions, you can always leave them in the comments. And now, did Camden tell you who should take the course? Have you already talked about that?
Yes, I just mentioned anyone who is looking to improve their English pronunciation, speaking fluency, this course is really going to help you, whether it's conversation, taking the IELTS exam, or the TOEIC, or studying abroad, or working abroad.
Okay, so you've told me that you've taught more than 2,000 students online, right? And you have more than 13 years of online teaching experience. So can you show us some student testimonials? Did you hear me?
Cindy, I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you quite clearly.
Hello, Cindy. Yes.
So you can't hear me?
So could you repeat that, please?
Okay, so Camden, can you show us some student testimonials?
Absolutely. So these are some recent student testimonials that I have gotten from some of my students who sign up for my speaking course. And one of the things that is a common theme about my student testimonials is that I am able to get to each one of my students. Even though it's a large course, 30 students in one class, I'm still able to get individual time and attention so that each student can improve and develop their English speaking voice. Now let's go ahead and take a look here. You guys can probably see that, and I think Cindy will provide that. Perhaps, is that right, Cindy? Can they see the photos?
Yes, I'm already showing the photos on YouTube.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So one of my students, Yoon Lin, and she is from Taiwan, and she's preparing to go to the USA. She needed the visa to enter a nursing program, and I worked with her intensively for speaking, pronunciation, and she was able to get the score that she needed on the speaking section. Now, she's preparing to go. Okay. So that's one of my really proud career, and I'm a student, so to be able to go to that is a huge accomplishment for her, in her life. And now she's going to have so many more opportunities in her life simply by being able to communicate in English more effectively. Okay, so there's another one right here. You guys can take a look. There's quite a few. Your lesson was excellent. I adore your teaching methods because you can pay attention to all of us. Some students, of course, are quite shy, as the student mentions. Sarbanaz says, I am a shyness girl. She is able to communicate with us even though that she's shy. So it's great. Plus, this person here says, I can't wait for the next lesson. So that's from Noila. And lastly, this person says that I believe this was going to be very interesting, and I enjoyed a lot of things, especially your friendliness as a teacher. And that's really important for me because it's all about the attitude and the mindset to learning how to speak English properly and effectively. Okay, so
Okay, so would you like to read?
The best way,
Mm-hmm.
This is for Skate Man. Skate Man says that he's relationship. Case, you need to learn how to make the and this is going to be in my course. Is actually, Cindy was mentioning important to learning
Okay,
from a native English speaker.
Camden, your voice is breaking up.
So English, your whole document actually your you. So for you, once again, skate. Okay, maybe I'm speaking a bit too quickly because you live stream, but when we have class, it will be on Zoom, so you can hear me clearly, and there won't be any lag issues. Okay, guys, just want you to know. But yeah, the sound, the sound, the la, da, na. So again, if you want to have great conversations with native English speakers, if you have to practice with me. And the fastest way that you can do that is to sign up my course Cindy has offered, and you can find the link in the description of this live stream video. Does that help out, Skate Man? Please let me know. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think I also have to tell you why, tell our viewers why, Camden's voice seems to be breaking up. It's because we are using Line. We are using the Line app for computer, and I think maybe that's the problem. Because for the lessons, we'll be using Zoom. Then when we are using Zoom meetings, it will sound much more clear. Okay. Yeah, probably it's because of Line app.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on.
Yeah, or maybe it's, I don't know, probably problem with YouTube. I'm not sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the last question will be, so how can students join the course, and when will the course start?
Rachel Chin. Okay, so yeah, I just want Rachel, for me clearly, I just wanted to say quickly, if you don't mind, Cindy, So when it comes to the TED Talk about speaking English, like you're playing playing video games, that's also a great idea to keep in mind because you want to have fun when it comes to learning English. And in my courses, we're going to have a great time. You're going to smile, and you're also going to be able to train your mouth to sound like a native English speaker. Yes, we can use Teams, Skateman. Teams will work. That's okay as well. We could actually do a poll. We could do a poll, and we can find out what is most suitable for everyone. Teams or Zoom.
Okay, I've never used Team before. I always use Zoom or Google Meet, and I think both of them are good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Line is the worst. Okay, I agree.
Yes, right, Rachel. Telegram. Does anybody like Telegram? Can we get a thumbs up for Telegram?
Yeah, but Telegram is not very popular in Taiwan, I think. Okay.
You're right, 100%.
So when will the course start?
So, what is the exact date?
It's March 6th today, and I haven't set a date for the course to start because I think we can start the course once 30 people sign up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and so the course, you're going to get 8 total lessons. So the 4 lessons will be 90 minutes, and that will be live instruction with me. And then there's also going to be 4 lessons that you will get corrective feedback, and those lessons will last 60 minutes. So this is a super, super good deal for $20 US. How much is that in Taiwanese dollar?
That's around 600 Taiwan dollars.
Okay. Yes. And, as we said, we'd like to have at least 30 people sign up. And once that happens, then we can set an exact date. It will be from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Taiwanese time. Is that correct, Cindy?
Yes. Okay, and the lessons will be on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And on Thursday, Camden will give you corrective feedback for your homework.
My favorite.
Okay, so if you're interested in the lesson, if you're interested in the pronunciation course, you can find the link in the description box. And once 30 students sign up, we will set an exact date for the course to start. Okay, so right now, if you are interested in the course or if you have any more questions about the course, you can leave them in the comments, and we will tell you more information about the course, or that will be the end of our live stream.
Yeah, well, everybody that's here right now, especially Rachel, you've been participating quite a lot tonight, so thank you so much. And to everyone that's still here, so what I want to do is and this work in the course with many others. So a lot of students have trouble pronouncing this word. So allow me to help you, please, tonight. It's technology. If you notice, you don't want to say technology. Really. In the mouth, just like your muscles. Go know the tongue is going to the nasal airways. So once again, technology. How many syllables is that? One, technology. Also, the adjective of technology is technological. Okay, like a logical mindset. Technological. For example, in the 21st century, there are many technological advancements taking place and making our lives more convenient. So this is just a little preview, some examples that I will be sharing in the courses for you to practice. So does anyone have any questions? Please ask in the chat and we'll be glad to answer you. Yes, Rachel, that is true. It will be a group class for 30 people. I would love to have 50 people. You know, the more the merrier. If you know that phrase, this is pretty cool. It's called the more the merrier. Okay? Now, let's see, can I chat? Let's see. Now, the next one. No, not 600 US dollars. That would be 600 Taiwanese dollars.
Yeah, I've already answered that one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so students might be curious
And
about
also,
how you are going to manage 30 students at once. So maybe you can
yes.
share your experience.
Yeah, so for example, right now I'm doing a speaking course with over 30 students, and I love it because not only does it keep me on my toes, but remember, even with a class of 30 students, only 30 or 40% are going to actively participate, you know, based on the data. So first of all, not every student is going to have the courage to speak. They might just come and listen, and which is also great. So that's the first thing. Secondly, when I call on you in the Zoom class, don't so rules, you know, when I said, for example, let's say you and Len, please read number 1. And if the student doesn't respond, you know, for example, like after 5 or 7 seconds, then I will have to go to the next student. So you will have ample time to be able to speak, practice, and also improve and correct with me. So don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Okay, and I just want to remind you that the lessons will all be recorded. So if you don't have time to attend one of the lessons, you don't have to worry because we'll have the lesson recorded. You can always watch the recording.
Yes, absolutely. And in the course, you know, as I'm learning who you are and we're getting more of an established relationship, I'm going to understand your strengths and weaknesses. So you're not just getting the course, you're also getting my whole package. So for example, if you're making a common mistake, I'm going to provide multimedia for you. I'm going to provide extra voice messages. I'm going to provide those 5 to 10 second videos that you need for extra reinforcement. Because for me, helping students is not just like a job. This is my lifestyle, and I love it, and I'm here to help you.
Okay, so I think that's all for our live stream today. And if you still have more questions that you would like to ask me, you can always do that by sending messages on Facebook or just finding me online. I will answer all of your questions, and I think that's all.
All right, Cindy. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. Do you have any questions?
Okay, so
yeah, I don't know why everybody's having trouble with my internet.
Yeah, because your internet
Can
really
you hear me
just
okay?
no, not really. It keeps breaking up.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I think it's because of the Line app, but the problem is because I'm using OBS to live stream. I don't know what other applications to use. I only know that I can use Line to put it into OBS and then live stream to YouTube. So I'll probably learn how to connect perhaps Zoom or Teams or maybe Google Meet to OBS, and then next time our live stream will be better.
Okay.
Yeah, so
yes.
I'll have to learn about that.
Okay, so there's a good question here. Well, first of all, Con, you can use the link in the description. And to everybody out there, again, I apologize for the internet lagging. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I teach English all the time, every day, 7 days a week. So we're going to have Zoom, and you're going to have great quality classes, 100%. So don't worry about that. And let's see, can you repeat the phrase you used at the first test? Something. The first test. So I'm not sure exactly, Rachel, your question. Could you maybe repeat that one more time, please? Can you repeat the phrase you used at the first test? So, well, for example, like pet, of course, could be a household pet, such as a dog or a cat. But Rachel, if you could maybe restate your questions, that would be great. Thank you so much.
I think her question is pet peeves. The phrase you use, pet peeves.
Yes. You could write it as pet as a P-E-T, and then peeve, P-E-E-V-E, pet peeve. And that's a great phrase to know.
Yeah, pet peeve. It means something you don't like, right? Something you hate. Okay, so for the last bit, I will do it in Mandarin so that I'm sure that they know what we are talking about. OK， 好，那就是最后一部分一点点就用中文跟大家再一次的说明，就是就是今天的那个 Camden 老师他的连线比较差，就是我不太确定是不是因为我用 Line 然后去串流他的关系，但是因为我现在用 OBS， 然后我也不知道说要怎么用其他的软体，我只会用 Line 去串到 OBS， 所以就只能用 Line， 然后好像就导致说他的那个网络比较差，不然其实平常跟 Camden 老师视讯的话，那个连线是很 OK 的。那这个课程的话呢，刚刚有人问说是不是600块美金哦？不是，是600块台币，就600块台币，然后8堂课，所以是非常优惠。如果说大家有兴趣的话，可以到资讯栏，我已经把课程的详细的内容还有连结都放在那边。那因为 Camden 老师的话，他是希望说至少30人，就是30人去参加他才会开课，所以只要30人购买，那就会开课这样子。OK。然后有这个 Connie 问说aside from the course, are there any other ways I can learn English from you? Okay, so if you want to learn English from Camden, you can also find him on Telegram. So after this live stream, Camden, he will share his Telegram with you in the comments. Okay, 所以他也会把他的那个Telegram 它也是一个 app， 就是 类似那个 Line， 所以你也可以在那边，也到时候也可以去他 Telegram 那边去了解他，然后上他的课程。OK，那我们今天的直播就到这边咯，我们今天直播就到这边。好，如果大家有兴趣的话，可以去了解一下课程。好，那我们就到这边。对，Telegram， 对 Telegram，他等一下会把它 po 上去。好，那大家有兴趣的话，就再去了解一下咯。那我们今天的直播就到这边。如果有任何问题，或是说你之后你可以考虑一下，那你想要参加这堂课的话呢，你就可以到虾皮那边购买嘛。那或是你还有一点犹豫，然后对这个课程还有一些问题想要再多了解，也可以在 Facebook 那边的私讯问我。好，那我都会回答大家的问题的。OK，那我们今天的直播就到这边咯，大家晚安，See you next time，拜拜。